Hi, my name is Dr. Lucas Dargo, and I'm the director of the Master of Athletic Training program here at Manchester University. I have my undergraduate degree in athletic training. My master's degree was in athletic training with an emphasis on rural healthcare and performing arts medicine. And then my doctorate is in athletic training as well from Indiana State University. So our students are really successful here at Manchester, not just being able to pass our certification exam and typically passing the first time, but our students tend to stay here in the northeastern Indiana, Fort Wayne area, so that they come from all over the country, but they enjoy being here, not just as a student, but they want to live here long term. And so many of our students are working at local universities where they did their original clinical education immersions. And so it's really cool to be able to watch them go from student to certified athletic trainer that's helping to train the next generation of athletic trainers. So Manchester is really everywhere in northeastern Indiana. So I get to be able to see them on a regular basis after graduation. It's definitely something that I think makes Manchester unique. I was a football player when I was a freshman in high school. I actually didn't do sports at all when I was in middle school. I loved to play on the computer and I was really introverted. And my parents said, enough is enough. You are in this house constantly on the computer. Even though I was getting good grades, they were over it. And so I had to sign up for a sport. Why pick football? I have no idea. I was probably Delta High School's worst football player that they've ever had. I gave myself that title already. And so I became injured. I was probably using really poor technique and I was going against, I was a nose guard and going against a center that was double my size. So I fractured my L4 in my back and I had to become a manager. And so I was around our athletic trainer, but I thought I was going to either go into something like being maybe a physician because I used to watch this show called MASH, Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. And that was like one of my favorite shows growing up and my parents always had it on. So I knew I was interested in medicine, but as I got more involved in athletics, I learned that there was this whole other profession called athletic training. And I actually told our athletic trainer when I was a junior, I said, wow, I think I'm so glad you're here at Delta, but you have an awful job. A year later, after following him around and helping as a manager, I learned that it really does have its challenging days, but not every day is filled with blood and all of those type of things. Although it is much more about helping people stay physically active. And so I went from thinking that this was a profession that was certainly not for me to now having 3 degrees in it and to be teaching as long as I have. So the reason why I think students should choose Manchester is because of our small class sizes, the faculty truly get to know you on an individual level, and that we have access to clinical sites across the country. So if you want to work Division I, we have those partnerships, but we have all the way from Division II, Division III, NAIA, high school rotations all across the country again, but also being able to work in other settings such as the occupational setting. We also have students that work at Pro Team Tactical, which is with Indianapolis Fire and Rescue. And so it's really unique to be able to see our students be able to really have the best of both worlds. I think it's important that you know that you don't have to compromise when you come to Manchester. I have a lot of hobbies. I like to do different things. Before having kids, I had much more of a time for hobbies, but one of the things I really enjoy is Lego. So I actually found that during the pandemic because I love to be around people and I wasn't allowed to be around people except for my wife. And I think we both were trying to find new ways that we can connect. And so we actually got some Lego sets and it blossomed. And so I'm actually working on building a city right now in my 3-car garage. So it's really fun and I can't wait to see what it looks like as it continues to progress.